Cheers, no advisory. See, y'all had me all fucked up. Cause I'm thinking we gotta do some next shit. But cheers, no advisory show, man. Brought to y'all by Now Power 104.4 AM. It's your boy C.O. McLean. I said AM.
You said AM.
Yes. Pardon me. FM.
You good?
I'm good.
Alright, bet.
It's your boy C.O. McLean.
We fuck. You good?
Yeah, we good.
Alright, bet. Yeah. It's your girl, Shabu.
It's your girl, Ashy B.
Merciless God Making. You all already know we are officially in the goddamn building.
Yeah, shout out to Petty P, shout out to P Fine, shout out D to SG on the Buddhos. You know what I'm saying? And Snow Browser, motherfuckers. Did I forget anybody?
No.
Nah, right? Alright, okay, everybody else is done.
I'm about to say we seem to have mad names.
It's still right. That's done.
Done, did it.
I got it, guys.
Alright, so welcome to the No Advisory Show. This is the hot topic portion. And I do want to start off with, that was very rude. I do want to start off with this story because we just haven't been hearing enough of it. Well, I feel like mainstream media hasn't been talking about Nia Wilson at all, but before we do talk about it, I do just want to point out like some good things about the Nia Wilson and, you know, some positive things about her. She was an 18-year-old female, aspired to work in the criminal justice field. She was an aspiring rap artist. Oh, they actually had a protest the other day, and her sister played some of her music at the protest. Okay. Yeah, so she was described by family as a very sweet and loved by everyone. If y'all haven't heard the story, she was stabbed at BART Station in Oakland, California. Her and her older sister. Her sister actually did a press conference. Her sister, Tashia. And she just said that they were leaving an event and they were getting ready to transfer buses and get on another train, and the guy just literally violently attacked them. And the chief police in Oakland, he pretty much said that this is probably the worst attack that he's ever seen on anyone. Like, it was very tragic. Just imagine somebody just coming in and just stabbing them.
Right.
Like literally slit her throat. So her sister said that she pretty much just tended to her sister, and he stood at the top of the steps after he stabbed her, just wiped his knife and kind of stared at him. But my thing is, they have apprehended the guy. The guy's name is John Cowell. He was caught on Monday, so he has been apprehended and everything. Everything was peaceful as most arrests that I've fucking seen in my life, but whatever. He has been caught. But my whole thing is, the people around, how was this guy able to leave the train station? You know what I'm saying? There was other people in the train station. I understand people are maybe trying to attend to the girl, but it wasn't anyone there that felt the need to kind of go after the guy. Like the whole story just fucking upsets me, but rest in peace to Nia. Like, how y'all feel about the story? I know y'all heard about it.
Yeah. I mean, for me personally, I just think that, I mean, it's a never-ending story, if that's a proper phrase. I mean, we hear about this shit all the time. It's like, you know, the thing that strikes me the most is the guy. He was on parole, but his past was really, really violent. Like, he has a violent past. So for him to be out on parole from his violent past, like, who made that decision? Like, okay, yeah, we think that you're good enough to go on parole, and look, pow, you fucking killed somebody.
And they said over time, like his crimes got worse and worse. Over time. He's 27 years old now, so like from the time he started doing crime, it just started off as him stealing from a store that he always frequents, and they pretty much knew he was stealing from the store. Yeah. Petty crimes like that, and it eventually got worse and worse. But I don't know, were you finna say something as far as, had you heard anything about the story?
Ooh, child. The systematic racism, girl.
And that's what I was going to say. They're trying to really steer away from the fact that this is a hate crime and not really trying. The police chief said he's not going to be quick to call it a racially motivated crime, or he wasn't a white supremacist. But I call bullshit. Like, that's straight up bullshit, obviously. Yeah. Merce, had you heard about anything?
I didn't get any more information than anybody else, but I mean, before we even get to the racist part, like you said, I mean, that's somebody's family. Doesn't return home. The bottom line is, you asked why nobody stopped him. You see that shit all the time. Whether it's somebody fighting in the streets, first thing people do is pull out their phones. Whether it's domestic violence in the streets, nobody has the willingness or the wantingness to help anybody else in community anymore. It's not about that. Everybody's saving themselves. They see some shit, everybody cowering in the corner and hiding. There's not many people left that are going to step up and try to do this. We already know more than likely, because of what y'all just said with his extremely horrible past, that he's not going to get the due diligence that they need as far as what's going to happen. All of that stuff is going to play a part in why he's not going to be suffering like he should.
Well, hopefully he get his ass beat in jail at the very least.
That's a different story.
I mean, I got something on somebody's commissary if they want to, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Hit me up, Ash_P704. I'll put something on your goddamn dime.
The issue that I had is on, I can't remember what news station it was. I saw it on Facebook.
WTU, yeah.
Did you see the picture that they put, the picture that they used, all the pictures that they have of her on Instagram was with her with the gun. So that's why even if,
clip gun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So even if the chief of police is saying that the attack itself wasn't racially charged, the media, regardless, even if it wasn't, the media still has a way of trying to portray us as criminals to justify the action. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you see, she had this gun, so we don't know what she could have done to provoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they try to twist
But it wasn't a gun, just to clarify.
And then the first thing people say is, oh, why would she take a picture like that? Bitch, because she didn't know she was going to be getting fucking stabbed in her damn
And that still doesn't justify it.
And it doesn't justify it. But it, what kind of question is that? It shouldn't be any question. She should be able to take a picture with a gun to her, a real gun to her head. That does not justify what happened that night, her getting stabbed by that man.
That's just like women that post pictures of them twerking and stuff, and then if they get raped.
Oh, bitch, you were showing your ass all on Instagram. You deserved it. Like, come on, man.
Man. Shout out to her, man.
Over America, man.
Rest in peace to her, man.
Over it. Yeah, rest in peace to her.
Yeah, man.
Sad story. Moving on to Shaw's boy, Tekashi 6ix9ine.
I don't really want no friends.
What about him?
Shaw, you...
I love it.
What about him?
Draco got that kickback.
Well, we're not... Anyway,
that song is trash.
I love the song. The only song I've ever heard of yours that I like. Moving on.
What about him?
Gosh. He allegedly got robbed.
Yeah, he got beat the fuck up because he told all that dumb shit. Yeah.
Exactly.
I say alleged because I don't believe the shit.
No, he got beat the fuck up. Yeah.
I don't believe it. Because trust me, if I got a chance to damn whoop his ass, he would look a lot worse than that. So I know some niggas got a hold of his ass. He would look a lot worse than that. A whole lot worse. And like
it was an inside job though, so you know they probably.
It probably was an inside job. I just don't believe it. He had that song come out the same day. I just don't believe it.
He got beat up. Anyway.
He got beat up, but I think he had somebody beat him up. So.
Y'all see, what's his name, Big Mensa, was telling him today, like, nigga, you could get these hands in the streets, fuck your security and all that.
Yeah.
Right.
So, that was enjoyable to see.
That was enjoyable.
Yeah, I'm talking shit.
I don't know. I do too.
Yeah.
I'm getting over this 50 Cent Floyd Mayweather
that shit is funny.
But at first it was so entertaining. Like I would literally get on Instagram, Twitter, and shit.
It's two millionaires.
It is.
Like y'all two are millionaires.
Yeah.
The fuck is y'all doing? I mean, I get it. 50 Cent is a troll, but come on, man. Like,
now, but see, the issue that I'm having with it is, I think it's going too far now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like 50 don't know when to chill because there's some stuff that we do not need to fucking know.
A lot of that stuff.
And he put in 50, okay?
Yeah,
all
that
the
police report.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Where you talking about Floyd Mayweather's son.
Yeah,
that was a lot. That was
very personal.
But he gotta understand, Floyd would beat him up though. I mean,
Floyd
50 could box though. He could fight, but
Floyd can't because his hands are licensed. So if those are lethal weapons at this point. He can't fight him.
But see, the issue that I like, that's what I feel like when you got somebody like 50 Cent. I don't think that I'm like 50 Cent per se, but when you have someone. I feel like stuff like that happens to me where you come at somebody and everybody's like, oh, you doing too much. But I feel like nobody's remembering that he said that 50 got herpes and all that. Like, how you gonna go and tell the world that I have this disease? We don't know if he really has it or not. And then now I'm coming out with facts. Now I'm wrong. Now fuck out of here. I got herpes, nigga. Your son went to the police and said how you was beating his mother.
Yeah.
And you can't
personal for personal, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead, my fault.
No. Just to piggyback off of what you were saying, you can't really determine how mad somebody's going to get when you say something.
Yeah.
Right.
You say something, you better be prepared for the damn retaliation.
Facts.
If they want to continue on and on like 50 Cent is going to do, that's just what's going to happen. And so we're not going to have a punch spilling incident.
And hello. At least
Yeah.
I'm far away from you.
I was trying to do a live and
right.
shit.
Want no more
I think
problems.
this time y'all would probably have to go on the radio.
That's why it's so light.
What are you recording? What's that?
Live.
On Instagram?
IG, yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. My fault.
That's why
I forgot.
picked you up. No, we could.
Oh, you know what?
I forgot.
Next hot topic.
What else you got? My fault.
Anyways, next up is Kiari Kendrell Cephas, aka Hot Offset.
Offset.
Oh, I forgot his name.
I knew I would get your ass.
Kiara. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
I knew CEO was gonna be like,
his
who
name
the
is Kiara,
fuck?
right?
I didn't hear nothing about
Kiari.
after the baby.
Yeah, Kiari.
Yeah.
All right.
So, anyways, he was pulled over for an improper lane change, lane change, and the police searched this vehicle because they thought they smelled marijuana.
They did, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they did.
Well, Kiari Cephas is on probation.
Okay.
They found 3 handguns in a car
Ooh,
and
was
an
it
ounce,
dirty?
less than an ounce of marijuana.
Oh, he can't get
The thing about it, now Offset did say that they arrested him for being young and black and successful is why he was arrested. No, that's not why, but I kind of feel what he was saying because of that. He got pulled over for an improper lane change. Y'all might have smelled weed or whatever, but he has security in his car. His security guards were in the car. Of course, they're going to be armed.
Armed and strapped,
Armed and strapped. So he got out on a $17,000 bail or whatever. So he's out of jail now, back with Cardi and the baby. But yeah, it's just my thing is y'all fucking with him at this point. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know how Georgia police is because y'all live in North Carolina, and North Carolina and Georgia police are not that much different. And yeah, so they got his ass. And
if we know that North Carolina and Georgia police are the same, and you know that you're a young black successful man, get the fucking weed out your car. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point you do still have to. I mean, yeah, they might have targeted you by stopping you, but if you know that you may be targeted, then get your shit together.
Yeah, my thing is like y'all know that quote unquote hip hop police is after y'all motherfuckers. Like if you know you're gonna travel, just travel, put that shit away, do something until you get to your destination. It's not
don't
that
be
serious,
smart about this shit.
They after y'all. All this technology niggas got. They got you. They
and people online even trying to blame the hip hop police. Yeah, you can blame them to a point, but goddamn, do what you're supposed to do so we can blame the hip hop police.
Exactly.
Facts.
So yeah.
That's him.
All right, so we touched on this last week, but we weren't for sure about Stevie and Faith.
Okay, yes, they officially hit.
So they did get married in Vegas.
Congratulations.
I don't know if it's real.
I'm not sure either, but whatever. They do have that single out now. Wait a minute, or whatever it's called. Anyways, the family is pissed off about this shit. Like they are not happy about this wedding. Y'all know that Stevie is CJ's goddad.
Oh, that's foul.
So he's like pissed. That's foul. He's pissed. Like the family, especially CJ, he's like, Mom, how the fuck you
find my fucking goddad?
Right. So
you're already calling him daddy though. Like that's already in the context.
It's just too much. And then like the same day it was announced that interview came out where she talked about eating Biggie's ass. I was listening to the radio. Somebody was like, I know niggas from the 90s is mad when she was rolling their blunts, thinking about the blunts they smoked that she rolled.
That real
y'all know
juice,
niggas didn't use baby wipes in the 90s. That's that 90s ass. I was like, you know what? How about don't do it to the 90s or 2000s ass ladies? Let's leave that.
Hey, I just gotta say one thing about that. I'm pretty sure Faith was smashing Stevie J while she was with Biggie.
Oh.
What? Why would you say that?
Yeah, why would you take that?
Because Biggie was an ugly motherfucker.
So what do that mean?
I'm just saying that light-skinned motherfucker was tapping that.
He was. Biggie had paper. Biggie had swag.
She was not thinking about no Stevie.
You know what Stevie J's resume is?
Yeah,
I know. Do you know Biggie's resume?
Exactly.
No, but Stevie J's resume is
he was not hitting that.
I mean, because Biggie was a rapper. Stevie J had his hands in producing, writing, all types of shit.
Okay, that's fine, but that don't mean that Faith was.
Yeah, but did he have it at that time? Where was he at that time?
Exactly.
He was more prominent at that time with Puff and all the motherfuckers. Do your research.
The same time as Biggie.
Stevie J is that.
She was not hitting that. Fuck out of here.
She tapped that nigga. Anyway.
And then waited 30 years to get married though?
Yeah.
I definitely don't.
Because he was good. He was fucking with Stevie. You know what I'm saying? That's what she fucking with and all that type of shit. So, I mean, get it. I get it.
It is what it is. If they were,
yeah.
Well, that wraps
up
hot topics.
Hot topics for good. Let's give a round of applause. Hot topics. Let's give it a juice today, man. Let's give it a juice today. Huh? Oh, I was like, man. Shout out to Dave, the cameraman in the back, man. He's
fucking you up. Dave giving you, Dave
giving you all these signals and shit. I'm looking. I'm
look like a third base coach or some shit telling you to slide. Still third.
But yo, man, we got our artist of the week. coming up right now. Her name is, I don't want to fuck up her name, but her on her IG is the July. The July. If I said, let me know if I said that right, because she's watching right now. So let me know if I said that right. You know, I don't know if you heard the song, but the song is pretty dope. It's called Dirty Diana. So we're gonna get into that song. Our artist of the week is the July XNO, Dirty Diana.
Dirty Diana. Oh, Miss Michael.
Turn that up.
Take away all the love in my DMs like it's new, but you don't know she is me. Got you over, she could play dirty.
What happened?
Your mic's on mute. I can't turn the monitor up with your mic's on.
Oh, okay.
I don't get feedback, son. That's what we went through the first day. Remember when we tried to play the music? One mic was on and we did crazy feedback.
Oh, Dajalyn. Dajalyn. That's her name. Dajalyn.
The July.
I said that. I should have, yeah. Hey, Dajalyn, I'm bad with names. I'm bad with names.
Oh, man. That was bad.
I like this song, though.
Yeah, the song is dope though.
Can I do this shit? Make it rain. Clear it out. Make it rain. Clear it out. Come on, man, give us some spice. Hey, yo, Merce, the island guy. What y'all think about this
Oh, is
tournament?
this on us?
Yes. Yeah, Bomba Clyde.
I done bumped this about 4 times from the time you put me on to it, so I'm already with it. I'm already on it. Dirty Diana, I done pushed it out a little bit, so you're good to go. CEO is over here singing, that's not a good look. You like the song?
I like the song, though. I played this shit that time.
That's what I'm saying, I bumped it a few times when you sent it to me earlier.
Hey.
I'm playing dirty.
You're playing dirty.
Dirty, dirty.
I'm playing dirty.
Hey, Dave, what do you think of that tournament?
Dave, that was the same shit you did when we first started the fucking show. You got the same hand movements.
Good though. You got a good Jamaican accent.
Yeah, people say they're like, yo, out of anybody, you got the best one. I mean, it's fake, but it's alright. You know what I'm saying? Joe, man, that was Dajalyn, excuse me. That was Dajalyn with Dirty Diana. Let's get a round of applause for that. Get a round of applause for that joint right there.
I liked it.
So we're going to go around the panel and we're going to ask the panel, what do they think of the song?
All right.
You know, so that was our artist of the week, Dajalyn with Dirty Diana. Go get that on any media song platform, iTunes, Spotify, whatever the fuck they have music.
Right.
All right, so Ash, what do you think of the song, Ash?
I liked it. I like the beat. I feel like it's a good summer song. I like to play with the music or with the windows down, music blasted or whatever. I like it.
Bet.
Yes,
That's all
very
we get,
catchy. Very catchy. Like she said, a summer song and all that. Definitely something in the car, on the way to the beach, like a party, day party type feel. You know what I'm saying? I fucks with it.
Bet. The island guy, Merciless. Why y'all taking the song, man?
Dope beat, and she definitely sat on the rhythm pretty good. I like the way she held it down on the beat. And I just got informed that she's playing dirty on IG. So anybody that's playing dirty is good with no advisory.
It's good with no advisory.
You go with no advisory once you're playing dirty.
Bang. And let me put the camera on me. I don't get shine all the time. I give everybody else a shine. I don't get no shine. But yo, man, Dajalyn. What? What?
Nah,
what?
do you think?
The fuck?
Do you think?
Listen. Don't come at me, okay?
Yeah.
Listen, Dajalyn, the song was popping. When I heard it, I was like, yo, it gave me, like I said, a real summertime vibe-ish type of feel. And I just think that a lot of the I'm gonna say that word, but a lot of the reggae music or the reggae tunes is like obsolete right now. You don't hear it no more. Like remember reggae had its run. Yeah, fucking Sean Paul, Elephant Man, Beanie Man.
That all stopped in like 2007, 2008.
It just halted, like boom. You know, so I feel like you are bringing it back with that Dirty Diana, and you gotta come on the show and explain the whole concept behind the song, the whole name behind the song. You know what I'm saying? But It was a dope song. We all give it a what? What's the grade? I give it a 5.
Out of what?
Out of 5.
Out of 5?
Yeah, I give it a 5.
4.5.
4.5? That's great. What you give
I
it?
give it 5.
5?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 5. I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed it a few times. Like I listened to it earlier and still enjoyed it just now when I heard it again. So
Facts.
I'm good with that.
Facts. So Dirty Diana overall gets a 4.9. Right?
Right. I would never give, and I give no song a 5. That means it's perfect. What's a perfect song? A perfect song.
Well, that'd be the next topic. That's a hot topic. I like that.
What's a perfect song? Nah, 4.5.
But yo, Dirty Diana, Angelin, that was dope. That was our artist of the week. Dirty Diana. Alright? But yo, man, we got a special guest that's in the building with us. We're gonna get to him in a few minutes. But right now we're gonna take our little intermission break. And let's play Dirty Diana on the intermission, and we'll be back with the feel good story of the fucking week.
Hey.
Right?
We sure need
Dirty
it.
Diana. Shit, we back with the No Advisory Show after the unforeseen fucking misinherited. I said inherited.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know.
Another goddamn thing.
Anyway, let's go right there. We got the feel good story today. This is a new segment implemented with no advisory, so I figured, we put some feel good shit up in there, right? Right. All right. So feel good story today, right? And this is going to lead into like interaction with the people as we grow and get the shit.
Sound like an evil villain. The fuck you breaking the plan down for?
Right.
So, because this is a new segment, so I want people know beat vibes and everything, so I just want people to know, what's going on. Right. So,
Who you asking? You good? My phone just like.
trying to get this shit out.
Alright, we done.
Alright, so figure story today. So, it was a guy, I think the shit was in Kentucky. I'm not even going to look at the shit. I think it was in Kentucky or some shit. So, a guy was with his fiance for 7 years, right? So he driving this nice little Corvette and shit. He on the highway. Like, I'm improving this shit. I'm trying to remember it in my head, right? So they in the Corvette, boom, they racing, boom, 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 boom. Not racing, but they just stop, chill. I'm trying to improv. They on the highway, driving, right? So cops pull them over, whoop, 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 boom. Chill, B. I'm trying to get the story out, right?
Finish the story,
So
sir.
the cop pull him over, whatever the case may be, and then he was like, yo, let me get the license and registration, right? So the guy's like, all right, get license and registration, boom. So he's like, okay, guy, you gotta step out the car, right? And mind you, it was him and his fiance in there, right? So he steps out the car, the fiance gets out the car. Well, it wasn't the fiance at the time, it was
It was the girlfriend.
Right, so he got the car, right? So he's like, let's register to get the car. Boom, boom, boom. So when he checked his license registration, he came back, right? And he told, no, matter of fact, I'm bugging. They was in the car, he went to, how cops do, go to the back of the car, run his shit. He came back. He's like, yo, I need you to step out the car. So step out the car, so, and this is going from the Facebook account that the fiance put. She was like, she was petrified. She didn't know, what the fuck is going on, right? So the cop was like, all right, I need to search your car. I need, your thing came back as a hit. I need to search your car, whatever. Can you consider search your car? He's like, yes. So he went and searched your car, and he came back. He was like, I'm fucking his whole story up. Correct. But he was like, I am. But he was like, yo, he came back, he was like, oh, well, you about to do a life sentence today. So the wife was like, yo, like, am I married a drug dealer? Or like, she didn't know what the fuck was going on. She's petrified, because cops talking about you doing a life sentence or whatever the case may be.
Hey, she should be. What the hell you done did?
Yeah, like, what the hell you done did?
Right.
Like, I knew you for 7 years, and now you maybe some kingpin drug
I think
dealer.
Uber would have already been called, all right?
But it was on the highway.
Uber comes on the highway.
But you gotta give like the exact coordinates for the Uber.
Hey, figure it out, Uber. Come get me.
Anyway, fuck the Uber.
Right.
Shout out to Uber. But yeah, he said he's going to jail. You about to do a life sentence, the case may be. So the guy, the guy had they say he had 30 speeding tickets and shit. So he knew the lingo, he knew the procedures and stuff, what to do. So the guy was like, he's like, get on the ground. Like, he was mad aggressive and shit to the guy. Get on the ground. And told the girl, get away from the guy, whatever the case may be. So the cop came, put his hands behind his back and shit like that, like he was getting handcuffed. So he was like, stay right there. I gotta go. The cop said something. He had to go to the paddy wagon and get something. So he goes to the car, paddy wagon. I said it's old. That's old school, right? Paddy wagon. So he goes to the paddy wagon. He comes back, right? And he tells the girl, right? And this is come on, I'm trying to fuck this over.
Go ahead.
So he tells the girl to get on the floor, get on the floor too. You're going to jail too, for life. Whatever. Like, y'all both, because you're an accomplice of whatever the fuck, some shit, right? So then the guy came. Why?
Cames is a word? What the fuck is Cames?
Shut the fuck up. I'm telling you something. So the guy comes, right? I mean, the police officer comes, and I guess at that time when he went to the car, what is Shot talking about behind the back? So
She's laughing at your ass, nigga.
I'm trying to tell the story.
Go ahead.
So she goes to the car.
I want to hear the end of
Yes.
Shut up.
So he goes
Okay.
to the car, the cop goes to the car, come back, whatever. So I guess whatever he did, he slid him something in the back that the girl didn't know. So I'm just going by based on the Facebook account of what the girl was saying.
Right,
You said that part already.
Right? I know, shut the fuck up. So then, boom, right? So the cop saying, see, you don't fuck my whole fucking training story.
It's funny while he's telling the story, I see like an animated version of the story. How you're talking, you know how they have a person talking over an animation? That's what you sound like.
Black people are the best storytellers.
They really are.
Hold on, let me finish the story.
Sound effects, all of that. That'd be amazing.
So where was that? So
Zoom,
the
zoom,
two guys
zoom.
on the ground, they was on the ground, right? So then he was like, he about to go to jail for life, about to do a life sentence. So the girl at the point, she starting to cry and shit, because she didn't know, like, you know, the dude probably, you know, they're going to life. So then he said, so then based on what the Facebook thing said and the post said, then he turned around and said, I'm going to spend a life sentence with you and propose to her. You know what I'm saying? What?
It's a proposal.
It was a proposal, yes. So it leads me to my next question.
Aww.
Thank you. That's what I was waiting for you to say. Why you said niggas a proposal?
I'm sorry. Aw.
You know, fuck the whole.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna need that whole response from Ashley. I need that whole shit in the show. I want the whole from beginning to end.
So
Just her
my
response
story,
to the
my
show.
question was
Okay.
going to be after leading up to that was if you was to be proposed to, what would be your ideal proposal?
Shaw, you want to go first?
I have to think about it.
I don't. Okay. So my ideal proposal would be in Paris.
Okay, Patty.
Why?
Patty.
Hair is so
Because-
dirty.
It is, but I feel like the air of Paris. Yeah,
It's
Paris
so
is
romantic.
actually dirty, but the city itself is so sexy and so
Mhm.
romantic. That's just a city to be in. That's a city of love. Like,
Yeah.
well, city. That's where you go. That's just love. Paris represents love, and I feel like yeah, that's where I would want my proposal to be. Now, as far as what he is to do, I'm not gonna put that out there
Why?
because I really don't know
You don't
exactly.
want nobody to mimic it either.
To be honest, I don't even know exactly what I want, but I know I want it to be fucking Paris.
Patty.
Patty.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
What I would want.
That's fucking.
You know, I don't want money. Fuck you. What I don't want is the police to be involved in my fucking
Right, I don't
proposal.
want that
I mean,
Guess
that's
what? The whole while he on the ground, I'm like, oh, we got a lawsuit.
That's a great story. Like, yo, this mother, I thought he was going
That
to
was
go to jail.
different. Yeah.
And nigga
That was
proposed to me.
different, but
That's
I
how
don't
spend my
like
life with
I
you.
don't want none of that. Like,
But you ain't even
whoever
break
plans
down,
on
like, what the
proposing to me,
proposal- ideal proposal
don't
would be.
involve the post skrillers. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got warrants or nothing. Like, I'm clean and everything, but it's just like, I don't, that my heart will be racing. I'm thinking I'm gonna do life and, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What's your ideal proposal? Let me tell you, what's your ideal proposal?
I just want something that's public. I want mine in front of a whole bunch of people.
Mhm.
That's all.
Y'all are so fucking whack. What? I just gave a
What's your
whole
ideal,
story
Will?
about a proposal, how it
That's not our job to figure that part out. That's a man's job.
What would
That's
be?
a-
What would be?
I'm
the
saying
best-
as a woman,
How did you
what
propose
would
to
you
your,
want?
How did you propose
No,
to your
that's,
wife?
no, not
Whoa,
that.
whoa.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm just saying.
Why?
Because it was probably basic.
It was.
No, it was
Damn,
I don't do basic shit. I'm just saying.
Mm.
If you was to get proposed to, like a story like that, some fucking crazy off the wall shit, what would be your? Okay, I want to say what would be your
I
ideal
have
proposal.
one. Okay, it might not be a dream proposal, but what I think would be hot. I love like helicopters and shit.
All right.
So we was on like a helicopter ride and we got to the little.
And then she was about to crash or something.
No, that's too deep.
Oh.
When we just about to land and it's a whole bunch of flowers or some shit, something like that.
Okay.
Ain't no crashing or nothing.
But I think what you fail to realize is girls don't think about the actual action of a nigga proposal. We think about the ending game of us being proposed to. So we don't really
Care how you do it.
We
Not
care how you do it.
I'm
Don't
not
get
gonna
it
say that, right?
Yeah,
We do care how you do it.
Yeah, she misspoke.
I did.
We care how you do it, but we're not the ones like, oh, I want it to be like this. this, and that.
Exactly. We
As long
plan
as
the
you-
wedding. We don't have to plan the proposal.
Exactly. We got too much stuff to
Exactly.
do to plan in that wedding.
Right.
But I'm not talking about you guys planning the proposal. I'm talking about
Just what would
what would be
the
a crazy
most ideal?
proposal for y'all.
All right.
Proposal.
So if I can go all out and you just
Yes,
said,
go
bitch,
all
what
the
you
fuck
want.
out.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, goddamn, all right. So,
Spicy.
all right. Picture this.
Okay.
He's like, meet me at the place wherever fucking private planes to meet. Like, I'm broke. I don't know where that place is. So, meet me there. I have a car waiting for you outside. I'm gonna need you to, before you leave, I need you to go tell your boss, like, bitch, I quit. Like, my man got 2 jobs. I don't need you.
Yes, honey. My man got 2 jobs.
I need you to meet me wherever the place is where private planes meet. And then I go there, and there's like there's a red carpet to the private plane, and there's like roses and flowers and shit on the carpet. And I'm walking like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on, y'all. And all this is being recorded, so y'all are gonna be seeing my reaction. And so I get on the plane, and I'm like, well, where is he? And he ain't there, but there's like a dozen roses with a note. I was like, don't you want to go to a place where it doesn't rain? And I'm like, hell yeah. So I sit down. We go to Bora Bora.
Look at him now. Don't want to hear your story.
Fuck you, nigga. You finna hear this shit to the end. We go to Bora Bora. So I end up in Bora Bora, and I get off the plane like, I'm not fucking Bora Bora. And there's like a car there waiting for me. And then I get in the car, and then I go to my little island, you know how Bora Bora, like their little things are surrounded by water, like the villas or whatever. So I go to my little villa, I gotta catch a boat there, of course. And I get there, and he ain't there. And I'm like, where is he?
I'm like, this is a lie. I'm like, where
Someone
is he
didn't know this
at?
shit is real detailed.
Okay, like she didn't know 5 minutes ago. Facts.
All of a sudden, I hear in the distance a helicopter. And then here he comes, my Prince Charming. A ladder drops down. And he's like,
I thought it was Shy. I thought Shy was in the helicopter.
I thought I was coming in.
No, bitch. She ain't there. You couldn't make it.
I thought this was a double proposal.
No, she had something to do. She couldn't make it that weekend. He comes off the plane like, was you looking for me? I'm like, babe, yes, get down here. He comes down, the helicopter slowly lowers him down. He has like on a nice suit and everything. I ain't talking about that shit like what Petty P had on. Like something real fucking nice. I'm talking about Petty P's twin. I'm talking about Petty P's twin.
You ain't say that.
I'm sorry. Look, Petty P's dying at home. I ain't no shade, Petty P. I'm talking about your twin. They tried to play you.
I don't know.
Anyways, so he come. Let me finish this, y'all.
Yeah, cause I have one now too. Am I gonna be quick? But go ahead.
He comes down where you looking for me, and then he has his fat ass ring, and I'm like, yeah. And then you know what? Cause I don't want a big wedding, so if he has the priest or the preacher or somebody that's just certified.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and do it right then and there.
Let's go ahead and do this shit now, cause like you said, you told me to quit my job, so I'm leaving with you. So yeah, and then that's the end.
That was part of the story?
That shit was so fucking boring.
Nigga.
It was very
Said the
He
nigga
could
that
have
ain't
born
never.
That was a
in
good
a helicopter and he wasn't there. Oh my God.
It's about the
And then he
chase.
came back.
Girls love a chase.
Girls love the chase.
You don't
That's
know
true.
women.
First of all, she was able to identify Bora Bora as soon as she got off the plane. That's
She had that distinctively in her head.
right.
Like,
I know where the
planned
fuck
out.
I'm at. Like
You
I
know?
just got on a private plane, dropped off. Oh shit, it's Bora Bora.
It's Bora Bora,
That's
right?
what's up.
No
Bora Bora
signs,
is the
nothing.
place that you just
Yeah,
randomly think of it. You gotta know that.
You know what the fuck
You
that
know
is.
that fucking
I
place.
ain't never been, but I know my Bora Bora.
When I get there, facts.
Right.
Aisha. Hope it's more exciting
something
than that.
simple.
No,
You
it's
know?
not. No, it's not going to be more exciting than that. She got helicopter rides.
You know, I like to keep it
Helicopters and
simple.
stuff.
I like to
That's
keep
not-
it simple.
I like romance. So I brought up the flowers and all that before, but scratch all that. I want mine to be like Martin and Gina, like how it was Brian McKnight. I would love somebody to come and serenade me, and he holds my hand, and it's I don't know who it would be that would sing though. Who do I love? I love like Luther
Tekashi
and all that.
6ix9ine.
Shut up. I love like everybody I love is dead. I love Luther. I love Teddy Pendergrass. All of them are dead. So I don't know. I don't know who it would be.
You have to go old school like Avant. Yeah.
I like Avant. I'm not crazy about him. Oh, R. Kelly. I love R.
no,
Kelly,
he's
but
canceled.
he's right. He's canceled. So I don't know. I would have to find somebody. But yeah, I would like that. Some type of serenading, some kind of thing. I like shit like that.
But
Or
even-
poem, like poetry. I like poetry. Ooh, or what if it's like a fuck you, Steve. I still want to hear how you propose to your wife.
Huh?
Yeah, because your shit better
All
be
right.
better than
So I
all
want to
this.
propose to my wife. Okay.
Yes.
So my wife wanted like some coat shit for Christmas, right? So I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. So to make a long story short, so I was recording it, and I was like, I had a big old box, right? So she opened the box, and she put out a coat. It was a fucking stinky, rusty ass coat. So she was like, what the fuck? And then the ring just fell out, and then proposed. So that was it in a nutshell.
Nigga, my shit is gonna be way better than that.
Okay.
Trying to play my proposal.
Definitely trying to play like Bird up your proposal in that dirty ass jacket. The whole shit up. The jacket, yeah, that fucking.
ain't
You should have told the whole
bored,
shit.
man.
You should have told the whole shit. You should have told him about the plan. You should have told him how you sat down and thought the shit out. You should have went through the
Nah, I
whole
see.
thing.
I had enough time.
You should have left it. You should have left it blank. You should have answered. You should have
You was
left it blank.
probably a young nigga and all that.
Nah,
No, she was
It's
mad
just
as. No, I was in my 20s. Yes, I was in my 20s.
How long
Young
y'all
nigga.
engaged?
Huh?
How
I've been
long
married
y'all-
for 6 years, B.
Oh, have you? Yeah. Oh, I thought y'all was on him. No, yeah, cause okay, that makes sense. I'm lying. That makes sense.
And then she really wanted the coat, so her face. When she saw that fucking coat, like,
And I know he was on the camera like,
laughing.
That was about to be the end of your relationship, nigga. That was about to be done.
gotta
Like,
keep
oh,
some
okay, you
form-
funny. Okay.
he gotta keep some level of pettiness in the shit.
Absolutely. We play all day.
I want y'all
That
to know
was
why
cute,
CEO
though. That
was
was
mad
cute.
at those other joints. CEO was only mad because when he tells y'all a story, y'all shit didn't come with no sound effects.
Okay, because
That's what it
okay,
is.
well, let me say that. Boom, I end up in Bora Bora. Boom, then like, damn,
Nah,
damn.
he wants to be able to tell you your shit with his sound effects.
yeah.
We gotta
So,
get you a soundboard.
That's why he asked you if the shit crashed and all of that. Like he needs all of that so that 5 years from now he can talk your shit on the show and be like, yo, I remember when Ash B got proposed to, and the helicopter was about to, and boom, and right, he want to be able to do all of that. That's why he mad at y'all shit. Y'all shit.
All I got was
regular, like loving and emotional. He don't want all of that.
all I got was. That's all I got. But yo, man, we got a very special guest in the building with us this evening. He go by the name of Braekhaven. Braekhaven, right?
Hey.
So let's give a round of applause. Let's get our man Braekhaven. Braekhaven, get your ass in here.
Sir, he is a gospel artist.
Remember when Carmen came? It was
Oh, yeah. Hey!
Give him a
Give him a round of applause.
Braekhaven. Yes.
Looking all debonair.
Yes.
Yes. I got the open-toe sandals on.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you know you stylish.
And his toes
Cause my feet
nice.
don't look that good.
Oh, we know, sir.
My feet
We
is all
know.
fucked up.
Them, what they be calling them?
Huh?
I forget the
I got
name.
like ingrown toenails.
Come on
Yeah.
now, that's just TMI.
I used to play basketball and back
Okay.
Oh yeah,
I'm
niggas
not
that
sure
play
if
sports
that's
who have the
so-
ugliest feet.
Oh.
That's a
Now,
fact.
man, my feet ain't ugly.
I'm sure
But,
they
you know what I'm saying? Like the big toe was like
They're
dark.
just not,
Alright,
they're just not
sir.
open toe sandal available. They're
I
just
know.
not.
I wear like Speedos on the feet.
What?
Speedos on the feet. You know, like tight shoes.
Them tight shoes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I call them Speedos on the feet.
Oh.
Anyway,
Do your spiel, sir. Do your
Right.
spiel.
Cheers! So we got my man Braekhaven on the No Advisory Show now. So I gotta tone it
Tweak
down.
it,
I
right.
gotta tweak it. So let people know who you are, where you from, and what you do.
Appreciate that. Well, yeah, I go by the name of Braekhaven. It's spelled Braekhaven. The AE stands for all evil because of my mission to break all evil. I moved here about a year and a half ago from Columbia, South Carolina. So yeah, I've been in Charlotte for a good little year and a half, but I've made a lot of progressive strides while I've been here. So I'm just enjoying myself in the Queen City.
Yes, because
and
we
what you do? Wait, he
Huh?
didn't answer. What did you do?
Oh, excuse me. But yeah, I'm a rapper / songwriter. I recently released an album December 20th called Autumn Rain. You can find it on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, all of those good streaming sites. So yeah, I'm an artist.
Facts. So we recently was at the Carolina Music Awards. Get a round of applause for Carolina.
Hey,
excellent. Shout out to
We was
the.
in there. And I got a comment because if y'all haven't seen this man's outfit for the award show,
Oh, he was
he
fly.
had on like shout out to Mr. Sandman.
What up?
You know, 10.
Oh, God.
You
Wait,
so
you gotta
much.
wait. You gotta wait for that mother.
God,
Came
you
too
got
late,
you.
motherfucker.
Right.
Hey, cameraman.
Listen, we have
Alright.
we have a gospel. You can't curse. We're gonna try not to curse. But he came. We had the Carolina Music Awards, and my man had on this freaking. It was like what was it?
I mean, it's a little double-breasted, little crushed velvet.
Cause he definitely look. Cause I'm waiting on his ass to break that outfit down. Like, sir,
Fresh
you.
velvet. He had on it was like a platinum color.
No,
too.
he was fly.
It was
Ah,
platinum.
that's dope.
It was
All
dope.
velvet. I mean, I think to me, honestly, he had the best outfit of the night. I didn't see nobody who was
Absolutely.
more dapper than that.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
And we got a live interview.
And we got a live interview on
We
the spot.
did.
Like, tell people, like, I want, for the people that don't know you, where did your style derive from?
Oh man, so I mean, we can take it back to high school when I won Best Dress.
Okay.
One of the few things I accomplished in high
That's
school.
right.
But
Trying to be best dressed.
yeah, I mean, I've always been into the like eclectic look, you know?
Mhm.
It's kind of like it's simplistic, but it's like it's flashy, but it's not. It's flashy depending on like who you are and how you walk in it, but it cannot be depending on how you know.
Yeah, people will mess it up. Yeah, some people kind of, you know what I'm saying? They try, but they fail.
Because you can easily make
it was
that,
a hit.
You can easily make that look like a church suit if you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
So
this is true.
it just depends on how you walking with it.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's
so
true.
being that you are, because like the game, right? Well, I don't want to say game, like is 1,000 freaking rappers that's coming out right now, and being that you are in what they call like the secular lane, being that you are in the secular lane, like how do you feel being in that lane compared to like just being an average hip hop artist? How do you feel you fit in as far as getting? I'm trying to get my shit out. And
How do you fit into
I was trying to get my words, trying to get them out as
we feel
you. Know what I'm saying?
We got you. Boo.
But how do you feel being when people say you're a secular artist and not considering you just an artist? How do you feel when people say that about you?
Well, I mean, secular artist is what most artists are, which is like the opposite of what
That's what I thought.
I think
Secular is like.
Because remember, he's a gospel artist.
He's a gospel artist.
So
Secular
is opposite.
Yeah.
He don't go to church.
My man Q is a gospel artist. Like
so he does not do secular music. Secular music is music that is not of God or not gospel.
Well, they be like he's a secular artist, so I just
he's
read
not.
that.
So what they're saying that he's a secular artist
because he raps and do gospel music, so they call him a secular artist. They don't call him like a hip hop.
So they just don't consider him like a traditional gospel artist.
Yeah, because they feel like because sometimes he don't rap about God and stuff like that.
Okay.
Your music
but you're considered gospel.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right. You just like a contemporary gospel.
Right.
Exactly.
So,
okay.
I mean, I'm not on the fence, off the fence. You either off or your own. But yeah, I'm a gospel artist, and I mean, I just kind of feel like my sound is up to par with any sound you've heard, whether it's gospel, whether it's secular. I kind of feel like a lot of gospel artists, they'll kind of try to pattern their music off of what the world is doing, which I don't agree with that, because I feel like in the 90s and the 80s, or even in taking it way back before then, I feel like the world patterned their sound off the gospel sound.
Right.
But now it's like, you listen to music now in the church, and they trying so hard to sound like Future and everybody else. So it's just, the music has changed, but I feel like I remained the same throughout the process.
Facts.
So do you feel like in your genre, because I'm pretty sure you have other colleagues and everything in your genre, do they kind of like side-eye you because of your contemporary style? And you know what I mean? Because we're in the South, and South with an F. Like, you know how they are here. So being that you are from South Carolina, do you kind of get the side-eye?
I don't think I get the side. If I get the side eyes for other reasons, it's not because of like my music. It's just because of how I've evolved and transitioned myself. But I mean, I'll be honest. South Carolina doesn't really. I've been in South Carolina pretty much my whole life. I grew up in a small town called Barnwell, South Carolina, which is in the middle of nowhere. You guys probably never heard of it.
I have actually heard
How? I need to know how.
I didn't hear the shit when I was growing
And
up.
I went to college in Sumter, South Carolina.
Oh yeah, so you know.
What is it called again?
Barnwell.
That sounds like a Bart. That sounds like a Simpsons kind of like.
West Springfield.
It's real. Yeah, it exists. It exists. Actually, I have a song on my album. The first song on my album is called 3 Hours to Born, which is a pretty dope song. But yeah, I've been in South Carolina my whole life, and I mean, for the most part, I mean, the people that show me love are the people that actually know me personally, and even the people that don't know me may even show love even more, because you know how the Bible says, like, a prophet is honored anywhere except his hometown.
Right.
So like a lot of times where you're from is where you get the least love. Because it's like, I grew up with him. Like, what is he talking about?
Exactly.
He the same guy, you know, from way back, you know. So I mean, it's a blessing to relocating, but I mean, the people that really know you and really believe in you, they're gonna believe in you no matter where you go. So
right.
So what prompted your move to Charlotte? Like, why didn't you choose like a LA or a New York?
Yeah, why Charlotte?
I mean, Charlotte is a nice town. It's clean. It's not too busy. You know, I don't really like being in places long term where everybody want to pretend like they're famous and they're really not, and it's just everybody got to wear the Gucci belts. Everybody got to have the. I don't really like that flash like that. It's just, I think Charlotte is. A lot of people say, well, at least for the last 20 years, that Charlotte is up and coming, but hasn't really came up yet. So I kind of feel like I can take it where it needs to go.
Right.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Talk about your album. What's the name of it? And all, when did it come out? All that good stuff.
Yeah, so the name of my album is called Autumn Rain. Rain as in R-A-I-G-N. I released it December 20th of 2017. And autumn rain is basically, well, December 20th was actually the last day of fall, so that's the autumn part. And rain because it's the beginning of my journey. This is my first solo album because I used to be in a group. We'll talk about that later. But
we talk about that next.
We'll talk about that now. But yeah, so yeah, I released it December 20th, and I actually named my label after my first album, Autumn Rain LLC. So yeah, I have about 16 songs on there. A lot of different sounds, but it's also cohesive as well. It's not like, okay, he all over the place.
All over, right.
Yeah, not at all. But yeah, and again, you can find it on Apple Music, Spotify. I actually got hard copy CDs for everybody, for the old school guys.
Yeah, time for the fucking hard copy CDs.
That's right.
Yeah, so.
Especially him, he don't know how to really work like all that Google and all that shit.
All these cameras and microphones.
How about you? The guy I'm looking at. Who I'm talking about? Who I'm talking about? Had a wagon.
So you said this was your first solo project. So yeah, tell us about the group that you were in. When did y'all actually break away, and what was, I guess, the cause of that?
So there's actually a song on my album called 3. Yeah, it explains everything.
I like how you say he got a song on his album for every fucking situation.
Yeah, so there is a song on my album called 3. It was a group of 3. It started out as a duo. We started making music in 2011. It was just a singer and a rapper, and so I wrote the music. Well, I mean, what didn't I do? I booked the studio time, paid for studio time, paid for the beats, did everything. But so I was in the group from 2011 till I think 2016. You want the long story or the short story?
We want the in between. Give us a remix.
The one that gives us everything.
Right.
Well, there was a member in our group who played the guitar or whatever, and we've been friends since high school. And he went to school in Hawaii, came back, and then we started like hanging out again. And yeah, we started. We were traveling to like different schools, so we had went to Winthrop, and then we performed at my school, USC, and then we went to Clemson. Like we were like performing at schools everywhere, and so people were asking like, "Oh, I didn't know you was in the group Braekhaven." And I was like, "Well, listen, if anybody asks, just tell them you're part of Braekhaven because you cool with me, you know what I'm saying, and you with us, so why not?" But how he ended up not being in the group is because at school, obviously Friday nights, Thursday nights, what I'm saying, people like to go out,
and
what I'm saying, party, and he didn't want to let that life go. And it was kind of a bad reflection on us. So I just had to break it down to him, like, listen, I understand you're young, you want to do your thing, but it gotta be one. Do both. Yeah, it gotta be one or the other.
Right.
So, and he understood. We were friends like that, to where it's like, I need to get myself together. I understand. Good. So then it was just back to us two, me and the other guy. And so this semester, this was my last semester of college. I got super sick. I had pneumonia. I was in and out of the hospital, and I was traveling to, what's that school name? I want to say, not Francis Mary, but Lander.
Okay.
I went to Lander, and so they were supposed to come with me, but they decided to go to a concert. So I'm like, how are you not performing your music to go see someone else in their music?
Right.
Like, it doesn't make sense, like priorities.
Priorities.
I rolled there, did my song, did my music or whatever, and yeah, so I was still in Columbia, and I came up to Charlotte because I wanted to check out the studio out here, and so I went out here, recorded a song, and so I put on my little Snapchat that I was in the studio, but apparently where the problem set in was I didn't notify the group member that I went, when it's like, why would I have to notify you that I'm going to Charlotte to record a song? You're not on the song.
You're not on the song.
It's my personal song, like, why not?
Right.
But it was a problem at the time.
You turned into a Beyonce.
Right. So yeah, it was a problem or whatever, and so, he called me one day, and he just was like, listen, I think it's best that we split up as a group, this and that, blah, 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 but I still want you to write my music. I still want you to do this and that. And I'm
like, the coin.
Right, but I mean, if I want...
Braekhaven Publishing.
Braekhaven Publishing. Oh yeah, the publishing game would have to be up there. Yeah. But it was just a situation where if I'm out of a situation, I want to be out of the situation. Like, I don't want... Yeah, I don't want to... It's like an ex-girlfriend, like, well, yeah, we breaking up, but let's still hang out. It's like...
Right.
Yeah.
What's the point?
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I mean,
gosh.
If
break that, ma'am. You need to break that.
Hey, listen, if it's like that, that's cool. But if on my end, it just was like I'd rather just be done with it.
Right,
so,
right.
And that's what happened. And so I took the name, which is rightfully mine, and so I'm Braekhaven now.
I know that's right.
No hard
feelings.
Not at all.
Right.
That's good.
And so when did that happen? Like, when did y'all actually break apart?
This was I think it was cold outside, so it had to be winter or fall.
Of what, like 2016, you
Yeah.
think? Something like that. So then maybe about a year later, so you were able to come out with your own project.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Still working. That didn't stop anything.
The funny thing about it, I have 16 songs on my album. I did more songs solo than I did in 7 years in a group.
Wow.
So what does that tell you?
Then sometimes you have to, break
Away
away.
your
You
people.
do.
Yeah.
And you realize how much you can grow, just being by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge. Spit
Like-
that.
Yeah, like they
Spit
said.
that shit.
Spit that shh.
Can I ask you what your influence was? Being in the gospel is not for everybody, man.
Yeah.
So naturally, especially since you've been in it for so long, what were the influencing factors that brought you into the gospel music?
Well, we like to believe that the artists that we listen to rap about the lives they sing about, rather as gangster rap, trap music. So, I mean, it's just a situation where I'm just only making music about the life that I live. So I don't feel like I have to, be something I'm not and rap about streets that I've never been to or, drugs I've never taken. It's like, if I was raised a certain way, why not, just see where God takes me with the gift that he gave me. So, and a lot of artists start out in the church and eventually branched off from that.
Right.
But I just want to see what happens, like, whenever you stay with God, what blessings can you receive or will you receive? So, I mean, that's pretty much my
Just staying
influence.
true to you,
Yeah.
really.
Pretty much, yeah.
So I want to know, because every time I speak to a gospel artist, I always got to ask this question, right? What are your feelings towards I forget his name.
Who? Andrew?
Dude, are you with me?
Kirk Franklin.
Oh, Kirk Franklin.
Kirk Franklin.
Boy, you're gonna beat the day.
Well, why do you ask that?
Because I feel like, when you have some people that do gospel music, they feel that that's an easier path to get into the game rather than being a hip hop artist.
Okay.
So a lot of people feel that Kirk Franklin uses God as his niche. As his niche to get into the hip hop, into the game. So I always ask, gospel rappers what's their feelings towards Kirk Franklin, and what do you say to people who say that gospel rappers are just using hip hop as a way to get into the game?
I would say a lot of them are. Let's be honest. I mean, I don't really agree with Kirk Franklin did. I'll be honest. What did he do? Like, he collabed with Kanye and Chance the Rapper.
Right.
Yeah, he
so
just
like
be.
It was a performance. I don't know what show this was on, but it just rubbed me the wrong way because it's like let's say Chance the Rapper, for example. Like, clearly he knows something about God to some degree, but you can tell in his lyrics. Mm-hmm. But it's almost like they're making a mockery of it in a way. Like they'll because they're so talented, they can like say something about the Bible, but then twist in a way was like, oh, that was clever, but it's like it's blasphemous at the same time.
Right.
So like I don't see how Kirk Franklin could have even signed up for it or however you want to say it, but. I mean, a person that sees the glass half full will say, well, listen, maybe he can reach some souls. That's not whatever. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, glass half empty, which is, I feel like the more realistic glass is that he lost a lot of people, too.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're losing just as many as you gain or even more, even less, I can't see a situation where it's a win. Mm-hmm. So, like, I mean, I like Kirk Franklin old stuff. I grew up on Kirk Franklin, but now it's just like
look at him a little.
It's like, dang, yeah.
It's disappointing.
And he doesn't even look the same. Have you seen
I'm about to say he like Botox or something. What is that?
I
He
swear.
does look. He looks totally
fillers?
different.
He's bugged.
Or something?
Yeah.
Is it fillers? I don't know.
I
It's
think-
something.
Botox, so you with me?
Hey.
I think it's a clone. I don't know. We ain't gonna get into the conspiracy.
Right. We'll say that for another show. But I'm with you.
People be taking on changes when they're in situations they shouldn't be in. Like when people that's higher up.
Yeah.
People be taking on changes. Like people don't understand. Like it goes deep. Music goes deep.
It damn sure does.
So like, that's my opinion on it.
So to keep it in the context of music, when artists come on No Advisory, we try to break down. Well, we don't try. We do. We break down the top 5 to the top 3. So, who are your top 3 artists? It don't matter what genre of all time. Mm-hmm. Top 3
of all time.
Wait, hold on. I gotta say that again. I gotta get on camera.
All right.
You know what?
So on 4 cameras.
What is Braekhaven's top 3 artists of all time?
Well, I mean, growing up, I grew up on a lot of John P. Key.
Come on, John. Have you gone to New Life?
I haven't.
You haven't? Okay.
I grew up with him. Let me think. See, when you think of all time, you really,
Right,
you really
you
think
have
it.
to-
There's a lot of factors.
That's why it's so
Yeah,
hard.
it's a lot of factors.
A lot of factors.
Right. Because usually it's like top 5. Nah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Old Mary was really good.
Ooh.
Old Mary was good.
Before the wilding out.
Before the
Yeah.
Old Mary was up there.
That's 2. That was 2.
Hey, Old Dietrich was good too. Old Dietrich Haddon was good.
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
He took it.
He has some bops. So
So is that your definite 3 or that's
No.
just?
it's just what I'm giving you right now.
And you can tell it's not because you keep saying they were good. Like, yeah, they were good.
Right, they were good too. I feel cheated. I was like, what is your
Because
top
that's
3?
it's a hard, that's something that we got to ask as soon as they sit down and be like, tell
Yeah.
us at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the
So
end
they
of
can
the
think
day.
about it. See, I don't want them to think about
Right,
it.
you want us to
You
be
know
off the
what?
dome, right?
You're
So,
so
Yeah,
candid.
you gotta tell me the night before.
So I can
go
really
way
think about
back.
it.
So, like, how do you get inspired? Like, we were talking about, I don't know if you heard about the, gosh, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, that's why I take notes. Nia Wilson. Like, how do you get, I forgot her name, and I didn't want to say the wrong name because God
Like
rest her
some
soul.
people.
Right, they
Right.
don't mind. They don't mind. Like, with all this stuff, we got Trump in office. Lord, help us all. How do you get inspired still? Like, how do you find a way to manage to still write inspiring music when we're all so uninspired right now?
I mean, a lot of us are uninspired, but I mean, I don't get my, what's the word? It's just, what's the simple word? I don't get my inspiration. Like, I don't really get it from other people.
Or your joy.
Yeah,
Right.
so if you're dependent on other people for that, then yeah, there's going to be times where...
But like that energy doesn't affect you?
Well, no, because energy is only contagious if you let it be. So, I
You
mean,
gotta speak on it.
I just feel like...
Finger snaps and shit.
For real.
I mean, finger snaps, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for my name to be Braekhaven, for it to mean breaking all evil, I can't let evil
break you.
break me, right?
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying, rub off on me and affect my day. Obviously, yeah,
Right.
we have a incompetent president, we get it.
Right, he's
But,
there.
but I mean, everything, if you want to just look at stuff and how it is, a lot of stuff is, everything is a setup. Like, we live in a fishbowl. Like, they control our weather. Like, a lot of people don't even know that. They control
Yes.
our weather. Like,
We're gonna have to have you on our conspiracy.
Listen, because we got some stuff to talk about. Okay?
yeah,
Right.
we live in a fishbowl. Like,
Right.
so nothing surprises me. It's just confirmation that we're living in the end times. So
Right.
while we're living in the end times, I'd rather just dance and get my blessings while...
I know that's right.
Can I ask you a question about the next generation? It seems that not just gospel music, but from a spiritual and a religious standpoint, it seems like less and less children are involved in the church groups, the church choirs. Is part of your mission bringing the children back into that part of life?
Well, I mean, I'm a strong believer that the ministry happens outside of the four walls, and a lot of the reason why the kids or this new generation is so lost plays a large part due to the church. Like, a lot of churches aren't where they should be, you know. So how can we have a foundation? How can we blame the kids when our leaders aren't where they should be? So, I mean, that's just my take on it. Like, we can talk about the church all day long too. Like, people always ask me, do I go to church? And I always tell them everything that I learned about God was outside of the church. So, I mean, we having church right now because we talking about God, and we just in a room, you know what I'm saying, off, what's this, 2818 Queens Drive or whatever. So, I mean, I never really tell people, oh yeah, get in church. Because a lot of times the church looking worse than the clubs, and so, like in some instances. So, like,
Same dresses.
right, same dresses. So, I mean, I always tell people to stay in your word, because a lot of people go to church and still never had a personal relationship with God.
Right.
And going to church 50, 60 years.
Right.
So if it's between not having a personal relationship with God and being in the church and jumping and shouting, or getting up reading my Bible and having that one-on-one, then I can't see how anybody could convince me otherwise.
And you know what? Y'all are crazy. It's funny you say that, because I think that's what gets a lot of people, and I think that's what really draws people back from the word and everything like that, because people, the perception of a Christian or a perception of someone that is into God, like, oh, you're into God, but why are you on no advisory? Oh, you're into God, but why are you in the club? Or you're into God. When half the people in the church are doing God knows what with God knows who,
everything.
And you're sitting here looking down on the people that, you know what I'm saying, instead of actually bringing them in and talking to them, or that's just what kind of irks me. So I think I appreciate that about you as a gospel artist. You're not one to kind of judge people, because that's where I am, because I'm one of those people. I don't feel like church makes you a better person.
Not at all.
Because let me tell you, man, people in church, a lot, 9 out of 10 times, they are the most hypocritical people out there.
11 out of 10.
Oh my
gosh.
So, it's really
God
bad.
fearing amen in church every Sunday.
And I'm not talking about all
faithfully.
churches, but a lot. And I'm just talking about the ones that I've experienced. It's very judgmental.
Yes.
It's very. It's kind of gives you a standoffish feeling, like you don't want to be there. And like I said, I'm big on energy, so that's what And talking to you, I'm having to talk to you. But I'm big on energy, so it's just like when I get into a space like that, and I feel that it really detracts me from it, because I really try to keep what's around me positive. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that is just So yeah, I appreciate that from you, just being a gospel artist, and you know what I mean.
I applaud the fact that I applaud the fact of any artist, whether it's secular, gospel, whatever, perfecting their craft, doing what they do, But I just think that it's a little bit harder for like gospel rappers or artists in order to make their plateau, because a lot of hip hop artists will say, well, they're using the form of hip hop,
gospel,
to try to do what they gotta do to get into the game, so to speak, But I know a lot of gospel artists that's dope, and one of them is sitting here with us right now. So I just think that they need to take out the gospel and just put artists, because if you do music, you do music. It don't matter what type of music it is. Just rock music.
It's actually funny that you say that, because like there's certain artists, like I have to use that as an example because he's like the only gospel artist that most people know. I gotta say it's cliche, but Lil Crazy. Like he started out, being gospel artist, Christian artist or whatever, but now he just kind of calls himself an artist now. But I feel what you're saying, but you can even though he's saying like, yeah, I'm not a Christian rapper, I'm a rapper who's a Christian or whatever. Yeah. But like his music is changing. It's not even what it used to be.
No,
I don't know what it is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's almost not a genre almost. He's all over.
I mean, he's as close to the line he can get without actually getting over it.
Right.
So it's like, where's your heart really at? Yeah. So like, I feel like I gotta say I'm a gospel artist, because if not, I'm just gonna look like somebody I'm just doing it because it's convenient. I'm trying to make it over and all that, right? Yeah, so I gotta wear it on my sleeve. It's just how it is now.
And I think once let the public judge you, because I feel like once they know who you are, they'll see that you're true to your art, you're true to your craft, you're true to the gospel artist that you are. It's no fraudulent behavior or anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's something for the people to determine. So you do what you think.
So what's your next steps? What's coming up next for you?
Well, believe it or not, I'm actually I'm gonna be going to UNCC next semester. I'm actually looking at a graduate program. So I want to just test the waters with that. And I have like some other little aspiration that I want to do in the fall. I was a media arts major at USC, so we did a lot with cameras and all that good stuff, script writing and all of that. So I'm actually trying to upgrade my camera to a Sony A7 III. You know what that is? It's a great camera. Yeah, I'm trying to. I rent that camera. Actually, I edit my own videos. I have someone else shoot them. Obviously, I can't be.
And I've seen some of his work, and you are amazing.
I'm surprised I didn't get a better what's the word at the music awards. I'm surprised that I.
Oh, didn't get a better nomination?
Yeah, let's say that.
Right. You can say, put it how you want to. Tell how you feel. This no advisor.
Right. Yeah, CMBA. I think it's a good concept and a good idea, but I can tell that. I think it's their third year, but I can kind of tell just
It's up and coming.
It's up and coming. It's gonna be great. I have confidence that's gonna be great.
Yeah, just say what you feel. Say what you feel. You should have won the award. Just say
what were you nominated for?
It was the gospel artist portion of it.
Okay.
It was I'll just say like the person that won, congratulations to her.
Man, okay, now I remember. It's all coming back.
Yes, remember. Yes.
You won't say it, I'll say it for you. That was trash. Okay, so I saw the nomination. First of all, I didn't even know you were nominated. So I saw the nomination. I tapped him on the shoulder. Oh, he got this. It's a no-brainer.
Oh, that was you behind me?
Yeah, that was me.
I knew
No, you good. I just tapped him because I didn't know you were nominated. So I just saw you. Oh, shoot, that's you. I'm talking to him. I was like, he's nominated. No, it wasn't nothing. So the winner came out and sung.
Yeah, she did sing.
And I was like, are you kidding me? That's when we should have left. Only thing is we had one more performance to see. But it was bad. It was really bad. And I just want to know what the criteria was because I don't, you know what I mean? I don't really know.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny?
It was bad.
What's funny was, so my studio, so obviously the people that perform, they pay to perform, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. That's nice. And so, I mean, the prices were, they were high. So, but they had an audition thing at my studio or whatever if you want to audition for a spot. So I'm like, why not? Like, I got my video in there, why not? And so, yeah, the lady was like, she said, first of all, let's talk about how you got so many votes. She was like, at the first couple of days you had 400, but now you're at 1,400. She's like, it was a problem.
Right.
She's like, so what's going on? I'm like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? I got a fan base in Africa, which is a fact, I do, or whatever. And I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Facebook, blah, blah, blah. And so, I performed my little song or whatever, and so I was like, this is how I got it. I was like, so yeah, if I was to win this quote unquote, would you want me to perform this song or another song? And she was like, oh, what else you got? Did another song. She's like, dang, this song should have been your single. I'm like, oh, you think so? Whatever. And I actually had a video for that song. I just didn't submit it. She's like, let me hear something else. Did another song. She's like, let me hear something else. I did another song. I'm like, dang, I'm giving her a whole show. Now listen, everybody else did their one song and left. But she was like, oh my gosh, like, why aren't you famous? Like, why aren't you this and that? I'm like, well, and we started talking or whatever. She wanted to know my story. Same way y'all wanted to. Gave it a background. And yeah, and so before I even came in there, the guy that one of the engineers that he was like, listen, he ain't even got an audition, just give it to him now. And I'm like, okay, I got this in the bag because only like 4 people showed up. I was one of 4. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of talented people in this world, but one of 4, I mean, I like my chances.
Right.
Long story short, she ain't picked me. The guy that she picked was actually the first guy that went. I don't know if you remember the guy with the dreads or whatever. He's like, oh, I just broke up with my girlfriend or whatever. This song was the reason why I broke up, and he went.
Oh yeah, I do remember.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. I was
privy
to that performance, and I was just like,
so
we talked to him.
Like it got messed up at first, right? When he first went on, is that the same cat? When he was talking about he wanted to vent.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah. So I was like, well, maybe I was like, well, maybe they didn't want me to clean up the award show or whatever because I won my portion of it. But that wasn't so either. So I'm like, interesting. So, which from what I know, it doesn't always come down to voting, which is great because a lot of people might not be able to get the votes, but may have the best video. So that's a great criteria. So I like my chances even more in that regards. But even then, it was just, you know. So I'm trying to convince myself what would be a reason for me to do it again if I did everything right the first time. What would be like what would be my incentive? So
there is none.
I mean, realistically, because you mentioned it earlier, that they're still in the kind of like in the growing stages, and you still want the best of the best. So if you now decide that you are top echelon and you back out of it, you're now forcing it to now still be lacking. So if you want it to be better, you have to participate. You know what I mean? You have to and have other people follow suit that we are the best in this genre or that genre or the best artists. The best artists and the best videos need to be present so that it can be better.
And I don't feel like they show the videos long enough.
Hell no.
8 seconds, I don't even like.
You didn't even get the intro out.
Like the Amazing Grammys do longer clips than that.
Carolina music video.
And then another.
It's gonna get there.
And if you want to get technical, if you really want to break it down, it was the gospel portion, and the girl that won is a Christian artist. Christian and gospel ain't the same thing. Christian is switch, foot, and heel song. Gospel is
you're
urban.
You're actually right.
So I'm just like, how in the world?
Right.
But I kind of, you know what I and this is a whole nother topic, but you know what I correlate that with? I correlate that with as far as like white people coming in black arenas and taking over. It reminds me of how like all these black men with all these white women.
At its finest.
I just don't understand, you know. But that's a topic for another day. But
sure, that's a topic.
We have you back. We have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
A lot
to compacted. Right. But y'all let the people know one more time where they can find you at Braekhaven.
Oh yeah, Braekhaven, man. You can follow me on any social media at Braekhaven. Again, it's spelled B-R-A-E-K. Spell it wrong, you spell it right. H-A-V-E-N, and again, my album is called Autumn Rain. You can type in Braekhaven or Autumn Rain, and again, yeah, you can find it on Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, just everywhere, whatever you stream on. Yeah, cool. Braekhaven.
Let's give it one more time for Braekhaven.
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, no problem.
So, this was the No Advisory Show. We had our very special guest, Braekhaven. We had our Artist of the Week. You know, we got a lot of things in store for you guys, and we got a lot of things that's coming up for you guys. So, this was the first installment. We're going to show this on YouTube, right? So, our YouTube. watchers and followers that's watching this now. Thank you for watching and following. Make sure you comment and all that shit. You know, so it's like a premeditated thing, whatever. And it's No Advisory Show.
I got a question. Hold on, before you close it down, and I know we're closing out, but
Yeah.
we don't make the artists perform no more? Is that a new
Listen,
thing?
we on a time schedule.
I'm saying we can't get 30 seconds out of
No, we
the
can't even get 30 seconds.
Damn,
30
son.
seconds is the closing show. You know what I'm saying? On the next time, we get Braekhaven to come in and do his thing, man.
Yeah.
It's your boy C.O. McLean.
It's your girl Shy Bud.
It's your girl Ashby.
Merciless guy making. You already know we're officially out of the building.
Bang.
We out this time.
Bang bang. Bang bang. Bang bang.